barbecue. It's as uniquely American as apple pie, owing itself to its Caribbean roots and evolving into 4 distinct styles that we know today. Memphis style, Carolina style, Texas style, and finally there's Kansas City style, the one where most folks may be more familiar with, as their sweet sauces dominate the grocery shelves, where their burnt ends and low and slow ribs create lasting memories as much as the stains on one's shirt after a meal. But why is it that Kansas City style seems to be more ubiquitous, whether it be in reputation or style, than the rest?
The barbecue scene in Kansas City has always been amazing. It's tough to go anywhere in Kansas City and have bad barbecue. It's all awesome.
Even to the point that the city is self-proclaimed and even recognized by many as the barbecue capital of the world. Going by lauded reputation alone, we make our way to a gas station, namely Joe's Kansas City Barbecue.
This one looks good. You can see it just coming apart right there. Yeah. Just a little bit. But you can't get that bone out of there.
Where their legendary ribs are widely known to be some of the best, if not the best you'll ever have.
Don't mind me, I'm just about to take this whole rack home for myself and throw it in my carry-on.
Cheers.
Speaking with the director of marketing and noted barbecue historian and authority Doug Wargle, we started our barbecue journey on the right path.
As Rich Davis's Casey Masterpiece barbecue sauce became popular around the country, it associated Kansas City with barbecue.
He just branded it very well. Kansas
Cityans love their barbecue. We've got more barbecue joints per capita than any other place in the world.
David, these are perfect.
I'm glad you like them.
The next stop had to be a look into Kansas City's unique contribution to the barbecue world, burnt ends. Zardoz is a barbecue joint in Kansas City that's been serving award-winning burnt ends for more than 40 years.
What we got here is some burnt end baked beans, one of the newer menu items here in Zardoz. I need to go away because I'm just need some privacy with this thing right here. Any city can claim they're the capital of something, but Kansas City really seems to take that seriously, that title.
See, Doc eats here every single day. We've got other people. I think over time, it became an identity. It became a part of who Kansas City was. And so Kansas Cityans became very proud of that as part of our legacy.
This is pork heaven. The ribs, the coleslaw, the pickles, and the iced tea all together only have about 6 carbs in them.
Meet Doc. He's eaten ribs at Zardoz Barbecue every day for the past 20 plus years.
And you're having this exact order how many times a week?
Every day. When I come in about 11:15, 11:30, somebody yells, "Doc's here," and it magically appears in the window.
At a spry 76 years young, he keeps his trim frame fresh and ready for the golf course with this daily diet of Kansas City goodness. That's the Doc way to do it.
It's a damn good rib. No wonder you have it every day.
Oh, they are good.
But beyond the legacy joints such as Zardoz, there's a roster of barbecue upstarts in the city that's grabbed headlines in recent years. First, there's Slaps Barbecue. Born out of the competition circuit, brothers Mike and Joe Pierce are offering innovative takes like burnt end tacos and still actively compete to stay sharp and relevant.
You feel like you gotta prove something being that you're new?
I think everybody has to prove something in the food industry. You know, your food has to be the best food every time somebody eats it. You can't fall off one day because there's tons of Yelpers and Google reviewers out there that are gonna hammer you.
Would you say that's what makes Kansas City the capital of barbecue?
I think, you know, everybody having to be on top of their game is because Kansas City has this immense culture of barbecue. So we get people traveling from all over the country and the world coming to this spot to taste our barbecue. And so we have a reputation to uphold that, hey, we do have the best barbecue in the country.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next, we have Char Bar, who has a more modern take on traditional barbecue. So think bacon-wrapped pork belly, yes, I repeat, bacon-wrapped pork belly that was pretty much pork nirvana.
Some bacon on bacon crime that I don't mind participating in. It's so good.
If we all did barbecue the same way, it wouldn't be Kansas City barbecue.
Now, Kansas City wouldn't be the barbecue capital of the world without the American Royal World Series of Barbecue. Held at the Kansas Speedway, it is the world's largest barbecue competition, bringing together teams from over 10 countries and the who's who of pitmasters to duke it out for the best in the world.
Barbecue is like one of the friendliest foods. It's like, you know, it's a food that historically was family reunions. Such a modest food, you know, and it's like it doesn't intimidate anybody. But so, all right, so now you're stepping into this weekend, the American Royal, and it's competition.
I mean, for all the home grillers and home barbecuers out there, you're saying that Smithfield is the best to work with.
We cook Wagyu briskets that are $200 a brisket, but I cook $10 ribs, the same ones you buy at Walmart. Barbecue should be accessible. I wish we didn't have to cook Wagyu brisket.
There's great competition in Kansas City, so you're seeing a really high caliber of chef and entrepreneur who's in their late 20s or 30s that are brought really exciting. So Kansas City is a great mix of places that have been around for 50 or 60 years, us for 20, and then there's Slabs, some guys that came off the competition circuit that are really mixing it up quite a bit.
The claim of being the capital of barbecue didn't rest on one reason alone. Rather, it was a running list that I found to be evident in contributing to that distinction.
Before you and Anthony Bourdain came along, a writer by the name of Calvin Troen. He's still alive, he's still writing, he's in New York, but he grew up here in Kansas City. And he wrote an article in 1974, and he talked about how great Kansas City barbecue is.
Tastemakers.
That's it. All of those things by themselves wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But together, those things helped contribute to us having this reputation for being a barbecue capital.
The sheer volume of barbecue joints in Kansas City? Check. The home of the world's largest barbecue competition? Check. Spirited and healthy competition between each of these barbecue joints that helps push innovation and creativity? Check.
I mean, we've been here for 21 years, but the places that had been here 20, 30, 50 years by the time we opened up, they had to up their game in order to keep up with us. And I've heard as much from those folks. Once you started kicking butt, we realized we needed to do some things better.
Check, check, and check.
See all that? That's perfection.